Hello and welcome to good news. Yeah, good news for a change. There is so much doom and gloom about this virus that's going around. But let's get it into perspective. It's not going around. There's 50 odd people with it so far in the whole of the UK.
53, I think, John.
Out of 60 odd million people. You've got to get it into perspective. Now, we've been looking at a lot of things. And by the way, there's never been a better time to travel than right now. And at the end of this, I've got 4 absolutely humdinger of deals. If you want to get away and take advantage, I've got them coming up later on.
You very rarely use the word humdinger, John.
Thank you.
Unless it's an absolute belter.
Humdinger. These really are. Now, what we've been doing is we've been looking beyond the headlines. And the reason I say this is, as much as we respect a lot of the news services that you see on the TV and what have you, but I'm going to ask you a couple of questions now. Do you know when we go over to one of the political correspondents, they're outside Downing Street? Why are they standing outside Downing Street? Are they expecting Boris Johnson to come through the door any minute and make an announcement? No. They do it for effect, to make it look as though we're there, we're on the spot, it's happening. There's an announcement from the royal family, so we go over to our correspondent who's standing outside Buckingham Palace. Are they expecting the Queen to come onto the balcony to make an announcement? No, they're not.
No.
It's for effect, and that's what you're seeing at the moment on the TV. It's all for effect. Now, we're here been talking to people who have been actually around the world. Now, talking here, I got this post from a friend of mine who works for BA. She said, John, there are about 15,000 crew here at BA. We've been travelling around the world, including China until recently, and not one of us have got it. Not one. 15,000 people travelling the world. We're obviously in close proximity to people and have close contact for hours and hours in air-conditioned tubes. We're also out and about around the world, eating and drinking and having a great time. There are many destinations. There aren't many destinations off limits, but if you believe the media, BA are hardly flying anywhere, which is not the case. What's happening is BA are actually combining flights because people are cancelling and are frightened to travel. So what that means is, if they've got 2 flights a day to, say, for instance, New York, they're cutting it down to 1, because rather than fly with 2 half-empty aeroplanes, they'll fly with 1 full. So, it's amazing. They finally say, I shall be, as usual, enjoying my pasta and vino outside the Duomo in Milan this Friday. And that's what it's all about.
Yeah, I wish I was.
So do I. Do you know, what I would say to you is, it's hype, it's hype, it's hype. And, don't get dragged down with it. Don't get dragged down with it. And, even in the travel industry, there's lots happening, isn't there, Phil?
Yeah, well, I'm going to give you some breaking news. These are some headlines that have come out this morning from the travel industry. Travel agents and tour operators are talking about a unified response to the outbreak. So operators and agents said it was important to give a positive message to consumers. We will look to ABTA to communicate a positive message about it being safe to travel if precautions are taken. Now, what's interesting about this is it carries on and it says, the message should be, if you are travelling with a tour operator, they will only send you on your holiday if
it's safe.
If it's safe.
No one is going to send you anywhere where it's not safe. And what I would say to you is, for instance, we do a lot of work with Jet2holidays. Now, Jet2holidays have hundreds of people around Europe and beyond working in many places, in the resorts, on the airlines. I think they've got a nice round number of staff who've been affected. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And these people working in the resorts, in the airports, with lots of people around them and on the aircraft. Let's get it into perspective.
And we had some great news actually from Jet2holidays telling us about, we've been communicating this to our people. We've been around 61 years as a family business.
Yeah.
And we're going to be around for another 61 years. I'm not sure I'll see it, John. Maybe my grandchildren will. But, places that are selling, you're hearing it. Tenerife.
This is today.
These are top sellers.
As of today.
Top sellers this week. Tenerife, Turkey, Mallorca, Turkey, Gran Canaria, Turkey, Tenerife,
Arrecife,
Cyprus,
Lanzarote.
Yeah. These places, Tenerife, Turkey, this is what we're selling. This is what people who understand, people are still travelling. And moving back onto the ABTA story, the government's decision to publish a worst case scenario plan for the UK's response.
And remember, what you've seen is the worst case scenario.
Yeah.
This is as bad as it will ever get, if it ever gets that bad.
Yeah, it's been classed as scaremongering.
I tell you what, I could drive my car off a cliff tonight. I might. But it's very highly unlikely.
It is unlikely. People will be reassured. We're going to reassure you, if your holiday is impacted, your money's protected. Now, as John quite rightly was talking about worst case scenarios, Italy. This is breaking news today. Italy proclaimed as safe. The Italian National Tourist Board has proclaimed that the country is safe to travel to. The virus killed, at least 79 people, mainly elderly, with underlying serious illnesses. And John...
It's older people.
And you quite rightly said, here we go, the Italian Tourism Authority pointed out that only 0.05, that's 0.05 of the country is affected by these measures of temporary isolation. They said Italy is a safe country. It's safe to live in Italy, they say, and it's safe to travel to Italy.
We were watching a friend who did a Facebook Live from Italy.
Our friend Tony.
Yeah.
Tony Tagliatelle.
Oh, my. He was having a great time.
In Naples.
In Naples. Absolutely having a great time with it.
We learned that the Italians they love the dogs, don't they?
Yeah.
He told us all about that. Then Andy burnt his head in Pompeii. But
So sorry anyway.
Bless you, Tony. Only 12 out of 7,904 Italian cities were affected by the measures. The remainder of the country, including Italian regions where the cities in temporary isolation are located, are safe and accessible. All services and activities for citizens and tourists are normally provided, and the quality of life for which Italy is famous worldwide remains high. There you go, John.
Do you know that? I mean, even today, there's a company like Fred Olsen with their cruise lines. They've just released and said, listen, if you're worried about it, this is Fred Olsen Cruise Lines. If you book a cruise and you're a bit worried, 20 days out, this is going up until the 5th of May, by the way, you can just move your cruise to later on in the year. You can just choose another cruise later on in the year and just move all your monies over there.
We've had people doing that, but most of our people are taking our advice. Yeah. They know that if it's not safe, their money's protected.
Do you know what? You just got to go with the flow. And
go with the deals, John. Go with the deals.
Right. First of all, we're talking about Jet2holidays. We've got a great deal with them. All you have to do, by the way, is call the number at the top of the screen here. Just call the number at the top of the screen, and we'll get you on these. This is going to Marmaris in Turkey, to the Club Elise, which is a 3-star plus property. This is going from Stansted, all inclusive, on Saturday the 2nd of May for 7 nighs. It includes your flights, 22 kilos of luggage, your hand luggage, it includes your transfers, and no visas required at the moment, and now from Turkey, no visas required. 365 quid.
And they can go from other airports, can't they?
Yeah. Manchester, Leeds, Bradford, Glasgow, Belfast. Just give us a call. A great one with Shearings. If you want to stay in the UK, Shearings. Fort William and the Highlands on the 1st of May for 3 nights.
I love the Highlands of Scotland. Did you know I'm cycling to the Highlands of Scotland in May? I'm not going in the coach.
Well, you don't have to cycle. You can go on those Shearings.
Probably advisable. Give me a wave as you go past.
This is 3 nights half board, includes excursions. There are over 800 pickup points around the UK to go from 134 quid. That's half board and the excursions included. Brilliant. P&O's Ventura, we're looking at the Canary Islands are really selling well. There are lots of people going to the Canary Islands. Sunshine, it's a no-brainer.
Absolutely.
This is going on P&O's Ventura. So we've included all your gratuities and all your tips. It's full board. It's going on the 11th of May for 12 nights. We're going from Southampton. We're going to Madeira, La Palma, Tenerife, Lanzarote, Lisbon, and then back into Southampton. 649 quid.
You just don't get deals like it.
12 nights.
Why would you not? I wouldn't be booking 1. I'd be booking 2.
And also, a great hotel. This is Warner Hotels. This is going into Somerset.
Oh, Warners. We love Warners. Are incredible.
The entertainment is amazing.
We've got some great friends at Warners.
So much going on there.
Amazing.
Now, this is to the hotel. Did you ever see that series To the Manor Born?
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, I'm old enough to remember that.
Well, that house that was featured to the Manor Born is actually a Warner's hotel.
It is, yeah.
And this is a hotel. It's the Cricket St Thomas Hotel in Somerset. Now, this is going on the 11th of May for 4 nights, half board. Great entertainment. £349. You know, that's half board, and the meals are incredible there too. 3-course evening meals, full English breakfast, and the rooms are gorgeous as well. And lots going on as well. It's an adult-only holiday, that too, by the way. If you want any more information on any of these deals or any deals, give us a call. The number's on the top of the post here. But what we would say to you is, don't get dragged into it. You know, there's never been a better time to travel than right now. Right now, you'll get yourself the bargain of a lifetime. And, you know, if you can travel, travel. Because it really is a great way to see things, do things, and now less crowded as well. And you're going to get yourself the bargain of a lifetime. I said this the other day. I went to America just a week after 9/11.
You did?
I booked it. A week after 9/11, I booked it and went straight away. Got flights at an unbelievable price. I got great price on a villa in Florida. Stayed there. The theme parks were empty. It was the best time to go. And it was the safest time to go. Because everything was locked down. And now everybody is so mega enthusiastic about washing your hands, singing Happy Birthday twice, which you should be doing anyway.
Absolutely.
So just keep it in perspective and travel. Now, we're going to be back very, very soon with more good news. So keep it locked on here. Keep the good news going. Post this to all your friends. Share it with all your friends. It's good news. And it's a great time to travel.
And it's goodbye from me.
And it's goodbye from me.